Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Copeland. Herkimer County residents are searching for answers after the Halloween floods devastated the region. State officials are assessing the damage throughout the county to determine what needs to be done. News Channel 2's Brent Carney spoke with residents and Herkimer County officials. He's live in Schuyler tonight. Brent.
Good evening, Kristen. You can see that the evidence of this past weekend's flood is still here in Schuyler. This was once a field of grass, and as you can see now, it is just completely covered in mud and completely flooded behind me. And this isn't even the hardest hit areas of the county. And now residents of Herkimer County are now seeking help from the federal government.
The water was this high, I had to carry my children.
Schuyler resident Samuel Cardona recounts the horror of this past weekend's flooding.
My son was over here, says, "Dad, I don't want to die this way."
Mark Kislyak is another resident in Herkimer County seeking help after flooding devastated his home.
My neighbors have been calling all kinds of numbers. They've been keeping track of who they called, when they called, and it's always a dead end. There's no response. It's always, sorry, we can't help you, or we have no knowledge of what's going on.
As far as my homeowner's insurance, we call them. They don't cover nothing. We're probably going to leave the house. We have no place to go. There's about $50,000 worth of damage in our house.
John Raymond is the director of emergency services with Herkimer County. He says in order for FEMA to get involved and start supplying funds to the area, the state needs to meet a minimum of $29.6 million in damage. Then a state of emergency is declared, and once that happens, FEMA can move in.
Unfortunately, this whole process can be frustrating for somebody that's involved or affected directly by the flood. But there's a process that has to be done. Dial 211. The state meets a certain financial threshold of damage, then perhaps we'll have a federal declaration, and once that, then there may be money available from FEMA, and that may be the route to go.
And again, officials are urging residents that were affected by this flood to dial 211 so it can give them a better amount of information of just how much damage there is and where they need to devote resources. But for now, live in Schuyler, I'm Brent Carney for News Channel 2. Kristen, back to you.
Brent, thank you. We have brand new video.